Okay guys, so now you're successfully connected with the ThinkAd. We got your data and you can start optimizing. Today gonna guide you all the things that you can be using with our ThinkAd, everything that is available, how we use them personally, and what do you need to start optimizing. First of all, let's review Ads Manager. As soon as you go to Ads Manager, you're gonna notice that you will have a dashboard and active tabs for your campaigns. For your dashboard, you will notice you can look over up to 4 metrics at once. You can also go and have them separated by both the fields. And of course, you can select here what exactly you need, check the trend on it, and see the performance of the data that you have chosen. At the bottom of your dashboard, you'll notice we have your tabs separated. We have a portfolio tab, campaigns, ad groups, product ads, keyword targeting, product targeting, search terms, and history of your optimization. So let's go one by one. In the portfolio tab, you will be able to access all your portfolios, and of course, even from here, it's very easy to access all your campaigns data and start optimizing them right away. Let's imagine that I'm looking here for this portfolio, and as soon as I press it, I would be redirected to all campaigns that are related to this portfolio. As soon as I do and get to this page, I will be able to check on every campaign to start my optimization. As you all know, optimization on the ThinkAd happens on the ad group level. That means that you would have to select optimization rules for every ad group that you have inside your campaigns. On ThinkAd Semantic Course, we usually have every hour keyword or every hour product targeting separated by a different ad group. One ad group, one keyword, one ad group, one product targeting. ThinkAd still works and optimizes the campaigns that have multiple targets inside of them. It's just our recommendation if you would like to have a full control over your PPC. Now, to set up optimizations with ThinkAd, you will need to fill in 4 steps. Step number 1 is you would need to select a minimum bid. Minimum and maximum bid inside the optimization settings are meant to keep in special control limits for our advertising optimization to make sure we doesn't go too low on the bid or too high according to the rules that you have set. Our recommendations would be pretty simple. You would like to select a minimum bid and maximum bid for around 20% of your target bid, of current bid that you have for your product. That means you're going to have a space where ThinkAd can optimize your bids up and down for 20% max. If you think that ThinkAd has increased the bids up to 20% and you still don't have the enough impressions or enough spend that you're looking for, you can go to next step and just increase your maximum bid further for another 20%. So for example, here we have the bid set at 1.9. So for us, if we would like to calculate it, minus 20% would be 152 and plus 20% would be 230. So what I have to do is to select 152 at a min bid and 232 for the maximum bid. If I want to quickly select all the bid targets for my entire campaign, especially when I'm selecting the ad groups inside one campaign, that means that all my targets there at the start probably have the same bid, so they would have to have the same rule as well. I just select the row here, select minimum bid and the bid that I want to put, as well as for max bid to set here at desired one. Right away, it's going to give me a minimum and maximum bid set to all my campaigns, so I can continue to my next step. And my next step is my target ACOS. Now, of course, every one of us would like to have the lowest possible ACOS, which means advertisement cost of sale. And we would love to have that as well. But at the end of the day, ACOS is not only something that asks algorithm to continue optimizing for, but at the same time, it's something that's going to have your targets turn off if they exceed that special target ACOS. Let's imagine that you would like to have a target ACOS of 30%, and if you're just going to select it like that at the start when you don't have enough fresh data on your campaigns, that's probably going to turn off your targets too quickly. while they have not yet performed anything for you. Our recommendation for setting ACOS target here would be, first of all, to set it around double higher of what you need there for your campaigns. And we're going to show you here probably one of the examples that even if you select a higher ACOS target, it doesn't mean that our optimization is going to perform for you for that bad ACOS or something like that. It just the possibility, I would say the space for your campaigns to perform, the space for ThinkAd to perform optimizations. And as one of the examples, I'm probably gonna find you right now. So right here, we have started the ThinkAd optimization on 16th of November. And out of that, you can see what the ACOS was. So 20%, 10%, right there we have 12, 12, 22. Here it was 17, 23, and 20. So as you can see, as soon as the product started to perform and we went to be spending daily up to $1,000 on advertisement, we managed to get 17 and 20% ACOS. So 20% ACOS is something that I feel like is general for the product on its start. My target ACOS would probably do not go further than like 30%. But here's important stuff. So here's our campaigns, the most performers, and when I select my campaign, you will notice that my ACOS target is set to 50%. As you can see, we had the minimum and maximum bid set at minus 20% plus 20%. We have optimization set here, and ACOS target is 50. But the product here is still performed right here at ACOS of 11%. I can show you even here. Right there, the ACOS is 11%. So that all tells you that advertisement cost of sale that you set as a target at the start should not be low. And believe me, if your product performs great, if you're great, I would say if you're great on your strategy launching, if your product really meets desired expectation of your customers, your product will perform much better than ACOS target set. But when you're setting ACOS target, it first of all limits you in terms of how much you're willing to spend for any of the keyword to perform it and see it performance, as well as when it's going to be turning it off. And yes, after around months of performing this ad optimizations, this ACOS target that I have right here, I would probably lower down to around 25, max 30%, according to the performance that I see, because the performance is really great. And that's across all the campaigns. Right here, you have automatic campaign working for me at 15 ACOS. As soon as I priced it, boom, it was 35. So ACOS target for us is very important in terms of setting up the limitations in like how much we're willing to spend to test that keyword to perform for us. Do not run very low target ACOS if there are no much performance on your campaigns, if you don't know how it was visibly performing for, quite a while. And definitely make sure that, right, as general rule, I would probably go for something like starting off, double of target ACOS that you would like to. So if my target ACOS is 25% for this product, I would set it at 50% at start and continue moving forward with that. And of course, if I want to select all of that target ACOS right away, I just push them all and save. So my all ACOS target is set. Now, as you know, I'm setting this up for just one campaign. So we have set up minimum bid, maximum bid, and ACOS target. In future, when I will see the performance of my keywords, and of course there's going to be separate keyword performance, like one going to be performing really great, another one going to be awful or something like that. At the end of the day, I will be able to set ACOS target different, minimum and maximum bid different according to what the performance is going to be like. And lastly, what we have here is when we set advertising up, so minimum, maximum, and X target doesn't enable ThinkAd to start optimizing. It's your ThinkAd settings that allow you to set up your optimization. So let's review one by one what kind of optimizations is available currently for you to be set. First of all, you can see optimization feature. Optimization feature itself for us provides availability for ThinkAd to control the bids of your campaign, of your ad group, as well as to post the targets that exceeds the target ACOS that we have set there. It's a great optimization feature that we enable for all of our exact campaigns, for all our product targeting campaigns. And yes, you can also set them up for automatic campaigns to, of course, have lower minimum max bid levels and make sure you're not supercharging your automatic campaigns with super high max bid. But at the end of the day, this is a universal feature that we use in every ad group that we connect to advertisement. Now, secondly, we have ignore list. As you can see, you cannot toggle it on until you have optimization set for you. As soon as you set optimization, you're able to use the ignore list as well. So what the ignore list does for you, it's very important that we understand keeping targets inside your campaigns can cause an unprevented wasted spend across, different data for you. At the end of the day, we're looking forward to the targets that are very important for us and the targets that just spends money. And inside the ignore list, we are looking for two types of targets. Target number one, the one that did not receive any clicks for last 7 days. For us, it means that they doesn't have enough data, enough impressions, even for us to start optimizing, and they should be cut off because their $1-2 spend for each of that target just makes no sense in optimizing and pushing our campaigns. And second type of targets is the one that got the clicks within the 14 days but never received a sale. It's either the target that doesn't really convert you or are irrelevant for you, and at the end of the day, we want to ignore both of these targets to make sure that all our advertisement cost effectiveness has maximum and goes to the targets that actually performs, bring us orders, and we are able to track the data and optimize using our optimization feature. Now, moving to optimization types for our broad campaigns. Irrelevant words, wasted spend, and keyword harvesting are meant for our broad, phrase, automatic campaigns, async expanded, and category ones. Everything where we can find the search terms, everything where Amazon has a possibility to define our search terms according to our product or according to the keyword that we inputted there. And of course, each of this type has its own meaning. So let's start from a first one. So irrelevant words are coming to us by having possibility, according to connection of Seller Partner API, to know your listing, your title, your description, and bullet points, understand what is your product about, and then try to predict the keywords that are not matching your product. And irrelevant words optimization will help us identify that keywords at the start to make sure that they are not spending and wasting your money in your broad campaigns. It's very important for us, of course, to check back every week, every month to see what kind of keywords was negative, impacted, and if we see something that we still believe should be there or should have a chance to perform for us, we want to just add them at the whitelist. Or if we see that something is added to the whitelist that we believe are not regarding our product, we can just remove it right away. Now for the wasted spend feature, it's also related to the broad campaigns where we try to allocate that the search terms where your budget is going in are not wasting spend for you. And for us, wasting spend is of course when it, according to our target acres that we have set, according to the price of the product, when we see that it's not going in the way that we need to, and ThinkAd calculates in future, even if it have not yet spent it enough to be posted, if we see that it's moving at the wrong conversion, at the wrong pace for us, we're still going to be trying to prevent it to make as most efficient spend to your broad campaigns as possible using our wasted spend feature. And lastly, we have keyword harvesting feature that allows us to select your best performers from your broad campaigns and push them to exact one to have the maximum control, set them up for optimization, and continue controlling them there where we can select a special target AGS for them, a separate bid for them, and yeah, that's how you gain the control over the Amazon ads. You can also select automatic optimization, which let ThinkAd think what's going to be the best for your campaign. Surely he's gonna impact the right optimizations for the exact match campaigns and for the broad match campaigns. No worries, just make sure your minimum max bid and target ACOS is right. As soon as you selected the automatic optimization, it's going to be looking like this. At the end of the day, it's going to show auto. That means that the product started optimizing. In case you would like to just optimize your exact performance campaigns with the optimization ignore list, you can do it right away in case you don't want to have any bid impact on that ad group and just want to have search terms optimized, you can select irrelevant words and wasted spend. And in case you would like just to harvest a new keywords, you don't want any optimizations before that, you can also select just keyword harvesting. It all depends what you are keeping in your mind for that campaigns. I would say the best priority for all the exact campaign features is of course optimization and ignore list. For all the broad matches, if you have a SEO right, I would definitely go for irrelevant words. Wasted spend is the must, and keyword harvesting is optional. Not all the broad campaigns likes when the new, I would say, keywords are being selected from them because that ruins their performance. And if you have your broad campaign set for quite a while, you've been working through that broad matches, you can definitely test it out later on your new broad campaigns, not the old ones. But at the end of the day, any of that changes can be reverted back in case that doesn't perform for you. So as soon as you see the automatic set, minimum max bid and ACOS target for your ad group, that means that it's successfully connected with a ThinkAd optimization. One more recommendation is that we want you to set up the optimization as soon as your campaign starts to get impression. Usually when you set up a new campaign, it takes around like 6 hours to actually start getting impressions. And as soon as they start to get impressions, that's where you can already set up for advertisement and control over your campaigns using the ThinkAd. In case if you will see that your max bids are set for all of your targets already, has been more than a day that you don't see enough impressions, our recommendation would be to go here and increase your max bid further. So if it was 232, you just go to increase it, let's say 20% more, and that's going to be around, let's see right here, 278. So you just select here 278, and that will allow you to increase your campaign optimization to the next level. That means that the ThinkAd will be allowed to continue forward, finding the impressions, finding the spend, and finding the work for your target. And same you can do by lowering max bid in case you would like to lower down the max bid for any of your campaigns because you feel like they are underperforming or you're coming into big selling days like Prime Day, Black Friday, or other Q4 days. At the end of the day, there are some times that you're willing to spend less and you're willing to control your ACOS and of course control your max bids that are set there. And in that case, that's where you can also go here and pretty easily just revert back changes or, minimize your max bid for like 10%, 15%. We just don't recommend doing more than a step that has more than like 20% in it because usually that's same for like changing the price for your product. At the end of the day, you want to make it smaller gaps there just to not trigger the algorithms too much. Now, additionally, to help you identify the necessary campaigns for optimization, we are using the system of filters. So we have a filter set up that you can use for finding the ad group name, portfolio, campaign status, budgets, and other types of. The most important ones that I would probably use is definitely having the campaign status enabled. That allows us to find all the ad groups from the campaigns that are currently enabled. Additionally, it's very easy when you have them sorted inside the portfolio. So I can just select the special portfolio and right away it's going to give me all my ad groups from that exact portfolio. In that case, it would be much easier for me to optimize, set up all my optimizations, and control the pace of my product going forward. Now inside the history tab, you will be able to notice all the recent changes that's been done on the product. You can see right here, it says action type, optimization. That means that ThinkAd has paused the keyword because the low performance based on our target ACOS. Here it was bid decrease due to low performance, bid decrease due to low performance. That's a daily budget, bid increase due to high performance or low traffic. And you will notice all these optimizations, as soon as the optimization is done, any change by ThinkAd is, of course, has the reason. And according to the target ACOS, according to the target goals that you set, the day that it set the optimization in, everything can be fine in the history tab. You can select even the filters here and sort the data according to where you want to see what kind of changes been done by our software. Also inside the ThinkAd, we have a search term whitelist feature. What it allows you, you can go to search terms, you can find the search term that you think are or should be never negative exacted or phrased and add them as the whitelist. In that case, they will be highlighted as an green inside your search terms, and that means they're going to be added to the whitelist and never going to be negative in that campaign. As you can see right here, it says avocado. If you think that avocado is definitely not about your product, you can just blacklist it, and you can see right here it's added as a negative phrase. That means it shows in red. In case you would like to remove any whitelist keyword from your campaign, you can also go to the search term, select on that, and press remove whitelist as shown on this video. In that case, optimizing irrelevant words is very important for us, of course, to check back every week, every month to see what kind of keywords was negative, impacted, and if we see something that we still believe should be there or should have a chance to perform for us, we want to just add them at the whitelist. Or if we see that something is added to the whitelist that we believe are not regarding our product, we can just remove it right away.